So today I'm going to be sharing 10 amazing remote jobs that are perfect for introverts, quiet folks, or anyone who just wants to work in peace without constant social interaction. Now, the pandemic transformed how we work, and according to Stanford economist Nicholas Bloom, remote work has increased about fivefold from pre-pandemic levels. Now, this shift isn't just temporary. It's basically reshaping our economy in ways that benefit quiet people specifically. So let's go ahead and dive into these jobs that allow you to work from anywhere without the draining social demands of traditional workplaces. All right, so number one on the list is going to be content moderator. And if you enjoy reviewing content, but you don't necessarily like creating it, then this could be perfect for you. And companies like Wattpad hire people to review their user-generated content against their community guidelines. Now, in this position, you'll spend your day checking if content meets their standards, which means clear guidelines and minimal meetings. And the work is independent and structured, perfect if you prefer clear instructions over open-ended assignments. Now, content moderation provides the perfect combination of clear guidelines and independent work. You're making important decisions about content, but without the pressure of face-to-face interactions or constant collaboration. Now, the average salary is $40,000 to $50,000 a year, and there's been some debate in the r/Wattpad community about the future of content moderation jobs. One user claimed that content moderators don't matter anymore, sadly, and they're being replaced with AI. And while AI is certainly helping with basic screening, human moderators remain essential for nuanced content decisions that require cultural understanding and context, something AI still struggles with. And this is especially true for creative writing platforms like Wattpad, where content evaluation requires human judgment. Now, if you want to know how to land all of these jobs, because this video is basically just giving you a bunch of good options, but I'm not going to go over how to land the jobs in this video, there is a 30-day remote job landing challenge where I will literally give you instructions day by day on exactly how you can land a remote job. This is completely free and it's absolutely amazing, right? I give all the good stuff away completely free on this channel and in my supplementary resources. I don't sell any information. So go ahead and check that out down in the description in the pinned comment below. And all I ask is for you to let me know if it helps you to land a job. All right, next is going to be a donor data coordinator. And this role involves organizing and maintaining donor information for nonprofits and medical organizations. And you'll be handling data entry, reviewing information for accuracy, and ensuring databases are properly maintained. And MTF Biologics offers this position at about $43,000 a year. And they only require a high school diploma. And most communications happen via email rather than constant calls or meetings. Now, why is this ideal for introverts? Well, this role perfectly suits detail-oriented quiet people who prefer working with data over working with people. And the structured nature of the work provides clarity about what needs to be done each day. And I found a post from a Reddit user who described their role. They say that my main responsibilities include compiling data for grant applications, as well as reporting and fundraising. And I also train new hires on our database management systems and offer ongoing technical support and training to staff whenever there are updates or challenges to the system. And I also work on trying to improve the database and create reports on big data. So this kind of behind the scenes work keeps an organization running smoothly while letting you focus on tasks rather than small talk. Now, speaking of data roles, if you're interested in building relevant skills for positions related to data analysis, you can check out Coursera's data analytics course using my link in the description and the pinned comment below. And additionally, I have recommendations for different certs, trainings, and resources to land a lot of the jobs that I talk about in this video. That'll be down in the description in the pinned comment below as well. So definitely click down there and check it out. Most of them are completely free or very affordable. All right, so next is a success coordinator. And despite the name suggesting lots of interaction, many success coordinator roles are primarily email-based. And you'll help ensure customers or program participants are getting what they need. But much of this happens through structured communication. And the average salary is around $50,000 per year, and many organizations like United Planet offer these positions fully remote. And the reason why it's ideal for introverts is that success coordinators often operate with clear processes and templates, making interactions more predictable and less draining. So you're helping people succeed without the unpredictable nature of sales and support roles. And I heard from someone working as a success coordinator at an ed tech company who spends about 70% of their day responding to emails and updating tracking systems. And they have just 2 scheduled video calls each week, a team check-in and a metrics review, which leaves most of their time for focused independent work. And for them, the predictable schedule and limited meetings makes it a perfect balance of helping others without social exhaustion. And by the way, guys, I am an introvert myself. And I do not want you to feel like being an introvert holds you back in your life, because I think introverts actually have superpowers that normal people don't have. And I was able to achieve financial success as an introvert, and you can too. Next is a back office analyst. And this is one of the highest paying options on the list, with an average salary of over $69,000. And these roles often involve processing payments, maintaining records, and ensuring financial systems run smoothly. And the best part is many companies don't require specific degrees. They value attention to detail and the ability to learn their systems over formal education. And it's ideal for introverts because this position is all about systems and processes rather than people. You're the person working behind the scenes, making sure everything runs smoothly without needing to be the face of the company. So for quiet people who prefer appreciation for their work rather than their personality, this kind of recognition can be deeply satisfying. Now, speaking of remote work, did you know it's completely transforming our economy? Stanford economist Nicholas Bloom found that employees value working from home as much as an 8% salary increase. And that's mainly because it saves about 5 hours of commuting time every week. And it's also shown that remote work has brought millions of people into the workforce who couldn't participate before, including 2 million more workers with disabilities in the US alone. And it's even changing our cities. Traffic now flows 2 to 3 miles per hour faster during morning commutes. And less traffic means less pollution and better quality of life for everyone. And this is just the tip of the iceberg when it comes to the positive benefits of remote work. There's also a lot of mental health increases because of remote work as well. So yeah, definitely check out that 30-day challenge if you want to land a remote job, because it's changed my life for the better, right? When I started working remote and I traveled the world, it completely changed my life. And it's changed a bunch of other people's lives for the better as well. All right, so number 5 is a billing coordinator. And this one is similar to back office analysts, but it's even more specialized. Billing coordinators handle invoices, payments, and financial documentation with an average salary of around $51,000 a year. And these positions offer stability and clear responsibilities. And the work is pretty straightforward. Process bills, handle occasional payment inquiries, and maintain accuracy in financial records. And this is ideal for introverts because billing is process-driven work with clear outcomes. Either the numbers match or they don't. And this clarity removes the ambiguity that makes social roles stressful for introverts. Now, this person on the forum asked how to break into this field at entry level, and this user responded, try Maxim and Optum. They often hire new coders, then once you get some experience, you can try elsewhere. So basically, this demonstrates that the pathway available, even for those without extensive experience, is to go with a big company first, then you could probably go to a better place afterwards. All right, next is an insurance verification specialist. And this role pays around $41,000 per year, and it's perfect if you like clear process-driven work. Your day-to-day involves checking insurance coverage and eligibility for patients and clients. And you'll be working with databases, processing paperwork, and occasionally making focused phone calls to insurance companies. So why is this perfect for quiet people? Well, your whole day is organized around specific tasks rather than unpredictable conversations. And when you do need to make calls, they have a clear purpose. You're asking specific questions, not making small talk or selling something. And I found the story about someone in this role who starts his day returning calls and documenting information. And he takes notes, requests signed releases when needed, and carefully documents any discrepancies that he finds. And the best part is most of his communication happens through email and fax rather than face-to-face. And his company even encourages regular screen breaks so he can stretch his legs and rest his eyes, something increasingly common in remote roles. So if you're finding this information valuable, please consider subscribing to stay updated on remote work opportunities. All right, so next is a sports writer or a content writer of some sort. And a lot of the time, this is going to be a news-related role. Now, I'm going to use the example of sports writing, but really you could pick anything that you're passionate about. And as long as there's a lot of people that are also passionate about it online and they follow news on it, this could be great for you. Now, sports writers research and create articles about games, players, and sports trends. And the average salary is around $49,000 a year. So you could earn a decent living crafting content independently. But the focus is on your writing output rather than constant collaboration. Now, this is ideal for introverts because writing allows you to engage with subjects that you're passionate about without the pressure of in-person interactions. And you can research, analyze, and create on your own schedule. And as sports media continues to shift online, the demand for knowledgeable writers who can create engaging content independently continues to grow. So this is one that I see as a massively underrated role because not only can you make money with a job doing this, but you can also start your own channel, right? You can become like an independent reporter or investigator or journalist, whatever you want to call it, and basically cover whatever you're passionate about. This is another thing that I teach people how to do, by the way. I have like a YouTube crash course because YouTube is obviously the best medium to make money, right? YouTube probably makes more than all the other platforms combined. And you can check out that YouTube crash course by clicking the link down in the description and the pinned comment below. Again, completely free. I give away all the best information for free. I never charge for information, so definitely check it out. All right, next is a pricing associate. Now, data-driven introverts might love this role analyzing prices and suggesting pricing strategies. And with an average salary of $48,000, these positions involve research, spreadsheets, and clear metrics. And you'll spend your days working with data more than people, making recommendations based on your analysis. Now, I think this one is pretty obvious about why it's ideal for introverts. Pricing roles focus on data analysis rather than persuasion or negotiation. So your value comes from your analytical abilities, not your social skills. And according to Blake R. Chavis, who published A Day in the Life of a Pricing Analyst, a typical day includes morning review of the previous day's sales data and inventory levels, market conditions, and competitor pricing. So this structured analytical work allows quiet people to contribute significant value through their thinking rather than their talking. All right, next is an implementation specialist. And this one has one of the highest average salaries on our list at $71,000 to even up to $91,000 a year. And in this position, you basically help to set up software or systems for clients. And usually these clients are in the B2B realm, which means you're a business that makes software or has problems or solutions for other businesses. And it's typically focused on technical details rather than relationship building. So you'll follow clear processes and work towards defined objectives. Now, this one is great for introverts because implementation work is task focused rather than relationship focused. And the interactions you do have revolve around specific technical details and clear processes, making them more comfortable for many quiet people. And if you do work with specific people, it's usually the same people day after day. Now, an interesting fact is implementation specialists often report higher job satisfaction than their sales counterparts because they get to solve concrete problems and see immediate results of their work. And for introverts who find satisfaction in completing tasks and solving problems, this role can be particularly rewarding. And next is an email marketing specialist. Now, creating email campaigns that convert requires attention to detail, not necessarily constant conversation. And with an average salary of $65,000, these specialists craft messages, analyze performance, and optimize campaigns. And your success is measured by metrics like open rates and conversions, not by how many meetings you attend. Now, this one is ideal for introverts because email marketing combines creativity with analytics in a role that's largely independent. So you can craft the perfect message without the pressure of real-time interaction. And did you know that the average office worker receives 121 emails per day? As an email marketing specialist, you're working to make your message stand out among those hundreds of competing messages. Now, I heard about one email marketing specialist who got started in an unconventional way. They said, "I was the only IT guy willing to show up at the house of the CEO of a marketing company on Super Bowl Sunday to fix his network problems." And we started talking about what he did, and I told him about a website that I had made that became the #8 most visited website in my home country, and he liked the way I analyzed problems. So he hired me with full-time pay, plus he let me keep my IT business going. Now, while that's certainly not the typical path, it shows how these roles often value problem-solving skills and analytical thinking over traditional credentials. Now, if you enjoyed these jobs but you want more remote job options, check out my other video, 15 boring but realistic work-from-home jobs that are always hiring. And you can check that out by clicking right here.